Welcome everyone to your first lesson of algebra. I'm really excited to get going with our first lesson. Just a heads up, it is going to be 2 videos, so make sure you watch both of them. So let's begin. The title of this lesson is One-Step Equations and More. So we're not just going to be solving one-step equations today. We're going to do a little bit more on top of that. So our learning targets, we're going to be able to evaluate an equation and solve linear equations. There's our success criteria, and then our essential question. How do we use the properties of equality to solve one-step equations? So our first concept is evaluate expressions. So when we evaluate expressions, we replace the variables with the number they are equal to. Then we will use PEMDAS, also known as the order of operations, to simplify. So our first question is, what is the value of the expression below when a is equal to 3 or negative 3 and b is equal to 5? So here they tell us what a and b are equal to. So we're going to substitute them into negative 4a minus 2b. So a gets replaced with negative 3. So we have negative 4 times negative 3 minus 2 times b gets replaced with 5. So now we're going to simplify. We don't have any parentheses or exponents, so we can simplify the multiplication. So we are going to simplify negative 4 times 3 and 2 times 5. Negative 4 times negative 3 is positive 12, minus 2 times 5 is 10. Now we can simplify 12 minus 10, and we get 2. All right, so now we have another one that we are going to evaluate. What is the value of the expression below when x is equal to 2? So we have a couple of x's here, 5x squared minus 3x plus 7, that we are going to replace with 2. So we have 2 squared minus 3 times 2 plus 7. So the first thing we have to take care of is the exponents. So 2 squared is 4. All right, next we can take care of those 2 multiplications. So 5 times 4 is 20, minus 3 times 2 is 6, and then plus 7. Now we have to go in order, so we're going to do the subtraction first. So 20 minus 6 is 14, and then plus 7. And then finally, we simplify that. 14 plus 7 is 21. So that's our first concept. Our next concept is combining like terms. So, like terms are terms whose variables are the same. In other words, terms that are like each other. So my suggestion for these is to use a pen and different colored pens to match up your like terms. So here, combine like terms to fully simplify. 3x minus 2 plus 5y plus 4x minus 2y plus 8. So I'm going to start with 3x. 3x matches with 4x. So those two are going to go together. So 3x plus 4x is 7x. Next, I'm going to do the y's, and I'm going to box them in. So 5y and negative 2y. 5y minus 2y is positive 3y. And then as you can see, whatever we have left over, minus 2 plus 8, we're going to combine those together and get plus 6. So that's combining like terms. So those first two concepts were the little ones. We are now going to get into the big concept today, which is one-step equations. So an equation says that two things are equal. So that's how we know it's an equation. There's an equal sign. When we solve an equation, we are looking for a solution so that when replaced for the variable, it will make the equation true. When we solve for a variable, we are looking to isolate the variable. So we are going to begin our journey with solving by starting with one-step equations. There are 4 different types that I will introduce you to in the next video. But first, we need to talk about the 3 steps that you're going to do for solving one-step equations. Step number 1, work out what to remove to get x equals. Then you're going to remove it by doing the opposite. And then finally, you need to do that to both sides of the equal sign. All right, we have gone over our steps. Now the next video, we're going to get to our one-step example.